Hello everyone, and welcome back to the CompTIA A+ 1101 and 1102 review question series. In this video, I'll be going over the review questions in chapter 14. And this chapter has to do with Windows configuration. Remember to pause in between questions to figure out which is the correct answer. As always, I thank you guys for watching. And if you haven't seen my previous video, which was on chapter 13, I'll leave a link for you to check that out. Alright, let's get into this. Alright, so question number 1. Which Mmc Snapping allows you to start a program based on a condition? A. Programs and features. B. Task scheduler. C. Disk management. D. Group policy editor. The answer here is B. Task scheduler. Task scheduler will allow you to start a program based on a condition met, such as the computer starting up. The programs and features applet is not Mmc Snapping. Disk management Mmc Snapping allows you to manage the disks attached to the computer. And last but not least, the group policy editor lets you edit the local group policy. Number 2. In Windows, which of the following is the file system of choice for CD media? A. NTFS. B. EFS. C. FAT32 or FAT32. D. CDFS. The answer here is D. CDFS. CDFS file system is used for CD media. NTF is the native file system for Windows. FAT32 or FAT32 is a file system that was popular with Windows 9X operating systems and is commonly used for USB flash drives for compatibility between platforms. EFS, which stands for Encrypted File System, is a technology that encrypts files. Question number 3. Which utility can be used to schedule a remote shutdown? A. Task Manager. B. Kill. C. Shutdown. D. Netstat. The answer here is C. The Shutdown Utility can be used to schedule a remote shutdown. For example, this code right here, or this command, shutdown /T or /T 60 /M 2 backslashes computer. This will set a time to shut down your computer. The Task Manager utility is used to view tasks. Kill is used to kill process, like if you want to kill Chrome or Word, any app that you have open, you can use kill to end that task or kill it. And Netstat is used to view network statistics and activity. Question number 4. Which event log should be checked if you suspect that the computer has rebooted unexpectedly? A. Application. B. Boot. C. Security. D. System. So what event should you check? What event log should you check if you notice that your computer has just turned off unexpectedly? This is D. System. So the system event log would contain an entry when the operating system reboots. The application log is used to log applications installed on the system. The boot log is not a valid log. The security log contains log information pertaining to the security of objects and files. Question number 5. Which of the following file system is a proprietary file system created by Microsoft for use with large flash drives? A. GPT. B. NFS. C. ext3 dexFAT or exFAT? The answer here is D. The exFAT file system is a Microsoft proprietary file system created for large flash drives. Now, GPT is a partition table type. NFS is a network file system used with Linux/Unix, and ex3 is a file system used with Linux. Question number 6. Which section in the Settings app lets you configure backups? A. Systems, B. Devices, C. Apps, D. Update and Security. So, what section in the Setting app lets you configure backups if you want to back up your files, folders, any information that you have? What would that be? That would be D. Update and Security. So the Update and Security section allows you to access the backup screen where you can configure backups of the operating system. Now the System section allows you to configure a multitude of options for Windows itself. The Devices section lets you configure devices, and the App section allows you to uninstall and configure applications. Question number 7. Which of the following file system is a proprietary file system created by Apple that offers SSD support? A. HFS, B. ext4, C. APFS, D. exFAT. The answer here is APFS. So the Apple file system, APFS, is a proprietary file system created for SSD support. It can be found on Mac OS Sierra 10.12.4 and iOS 10.3 and tvOS 10.2 and later operating systems. So as you see, if you were to encounter this type of question again, just remember that any proprietary file system that relates to Apple will start with AP, because AP would mean Apple file, or just Apple in general. Alright. Question number 8. Which control panel applet would you use to join the operating system to a domain? A. System, B. User accounts, C. Internet options, D. Programs and features. The answer here is A. System. So the System Control Panel applet is used to change the operating system computer name and change its membership from a work group to a domain, or domain to work group. Question number 9. What can you do if a program is not responding to any commands and appears to be locked up? A. Open the System Control Panel applet and choose Performance to see what process is causing the problem. B. Add more memory. C. Press Ctrl-Alt-Delete to reboot the computer. D. Open Task Manager and select the appropriate task, then click End Task. So what would you do when a program is not responding to any commands? Meaning that it's frozen, or it actually tells you at the top, not responding. What can you do? The answer here is C. So you open Task Manager, select the appropriate task, and then click End Task. So when a program is not responding to any commands, the process must be terminated via the Task Manager. You can end the process by opening the Task Manager, right-clicking the application, and selecting End Task, which would automatically close the application. Question number 10. which command will start the event viewer snap in? A. EventViewer.exe, B. EventViewer.msc, C. lus.manager.msc, and D. devmanagement.msc. The answer here is B. Event viewer, but with a VWR.msc. The command EventViewer.msc will start the event viewer snap-in. The other commands are not valid, and the command lures, this one, MSC, will start the local users and group snap-in. The command devmanagement.msc will start the device manager snap-in. So this means device management, or device manager, sorry. So 11 is you need to configure an Iscsi connection. Where would you find Iscsi settings? A. Storage spaces applet, B. Disk management snap-in, C. Administrative tools, D. Device manager snapping. The answer here is C. Administrative tools. So the Iscsi initiator utility can be found in Control Panel and Administrative Tools. The storage spaces applet is used to configure storage spaces of already connected storage. The disk management snap-in is used to configure disk already connected to the operating system, and device manager is used to configure hardware attached to the computer. Question number 12. Which type of resources do you configure in Device Manager? A. Hardware, B. Files and folders, C. Applications, D. Memory. So what type of resources do you configure in Device Manager? That will be A. Hardware. So hardware resources are configured in the Device Manager console. Files and folders and applications are configured in the operating system GUI or GUI. Memory is configured in system properties. Question 13. What should be periodically done with the mechanical hard drives to speed up performance when launching and saving files? A. Free up space, B. Empty recycle bin, C. Defragment, D. Trim. The answer here is C. Defragment. So defragmentation or defragmented is to arrange concurrent blocks of storage of files so that the hard drive arm does not need to move much when reading and writing files. Question number 14. You have a number of files with a .ds extension and you want to be able to search each file's metadata. Which applet should this be configured in? A. Internet Options Applet, B. File Explorer Options Applet, C. Indexing Options Applet, and D. Ease of Access Center Applet. The answer here is C. Indexing Options Applet. So the Indexing Options Applet allows you to configure custom extensions so that metadata can be searched. The Internet Options Applet is used to configure Internet Explorer. The File Explorer Options Applet is used to view and configure the File Explorer. The Ease of Access Center applet is used to configure options related to the user or to user disabilities to make the operating system easier to use. Question number 15. Which of the following partitions is specifically the partition from which the operating system boots? A. Primary partition, B. Extended partition, C. Dynamic partition, and D. Logical partition. The answer here is A. Primary partition. So the operating system must boot from an active primary partition if MBR style partition is used. Extended partitions are used to contain logical partitions. There is no such thing as dynamic partition. Which of the following, question 16, which of the following registry hives contains information about the computer's hardware? A. HKey _ current _ machine, or HKey local machine, HKey machine, and HKey resources. So which of the following registry hives contains information about the computer's hardware? The answer here is B. HKey local machine. So this registry hive contains information about the computer's hardware. Now the HKey current machine and HKey machine are not valid registry hives. HKey resources was used with Windows 9X operating system, but is no longer used. Question number 17. Which of the following replaces the MBR and 64-bit versions of the Windows operating system? A. Lilo or LILO, B. NFS, C. GPT, D. Grub. The answer here is C. GPT. So GUID partition tables, GPT, allocates a 64 logical block addressing entry to partition tables to accommodate larger drives. GPT has rapidly replaced the MBR style partition tables. Lilo and Grub are boot managers for Linux. NFX is a network file system used with Linux/Unix operating system. Question number 18. Which of the following utilities will rearrange the files on your hard disk to occupy contiguous chunks of space? A. Disk defragmenter, B. Windows File Explorer, C. Scan Disk, D. Windows Backup. The answer here is A. Disk defragmenter. So disk defragmenter will rearrange blocks of files on a hard drive to create contiguous files in space. Question number 19. Which power mode would write the contents of the RAM to the disk? A. Hibernate, B. Standby, C. Sleep, D. Suspend. The answer here is Hibernate. So the Hibernate power mode will write the contents of the RAM to the disk so that the computer can enter a low power state. The Standby power mode will turn off the monitor and lower power consumption by the computer. The Sleep and Suspend power mode will lower power consumption, but it will not write the contents of the RAM to the disk. Question 20 and the last question of the video. Which partition style allows up to 2,000 volumes to be partitioned on a physical disk? A. GPT, B. MBR, C. Dynamic disk, D. Basic disk. The answer here is C. Dynamic disk. Dynamic disk partition style allows up to 2,000 volumes to be created on a physical disk. GUID partition tables allows up to 128 volumes to be created on a physical disk. The master boot record, which is MBR, and basic disk partitions are one and the same and allow up to 26 partitions to be created on a physical disk. Alright guys, as I stated, this is the last question of the video. I thank you guys again for watching if you stuck through the whole video, and of course like and subscribe and share this to anyone who is studying for the second part of the CompTIA A+ exam. As always, be on the lookout for the next video. Goodbye. See y'all on the next one.